game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.
Good evening, Raider Nation. Let's make sure we straight first and foremost. Can I get a mic check? Mic check, check one, check two. People out there in the chat, please let me know if you're here. We all know the deal. Chat lives matter. Chat lives matter. So let me know. Make sure that we got the sound cracking, the sound is popping. I will start with the three people that are in here. As y'all know, we everybody gets busy right now in this thing called Raider Nation content creation world. We got a lot of things going on, man. It's a lot of competition. But as you know, we welcome competition in Raider land, especially in these YouTube streets. So shout out to all the content creators, man. Definitely wish y'all good views and all those good things, man. Appreciate it, fam. So, right, first and foremost, let's just start right out with the few people that's here, man. PNW Mark Raiders. Hi, all. Shout out to you, man. Hey, Raiders. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. My day one, man. My family. My guy, Steve Jones. A fullback. My kingdom for a fullback. Yeah, I agree, man. I think we need one of those. I'm not sure how that's going to go down. But, yeah, we're going to dive into that realm maybe, I don't know, right? Because as y'all know, today it's the wide receivers. It's the wide receivers. That's what we're going to focus on today, first and foremost. So, yeah, let's just dive into it. Yo, Raider Nation, welcome to the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 show, where the vibes are loud, the takes are real, and we keep it 100 for everything silver and black. Tonight, we're diving into the wide receiver draft class of 2025, breaking down who's hot, who's not, and who's the Raiders better not sleep on. We're also taking a look at our wide receiver situation right now. It's not looking good right now, bro. Where we stand in free agency and what moves are still out there on the chessboard. And of course, you already know we got to talk about that social media spice for the front office drama. And all the latest coming from the coaching staff. We got to keep people abreast. You never know who's where on their information. So, yeah, let's get to it, man. 2025 draft, right? Wide receiver class. Who's got that juice? This year's wide receivers class is stacked. And for a team like ours that could use a dog on the outside, yeah, this draft couldn't come at a better time. Here's the peak of, right, some of the people that's popping. Obviously, we'll be lucky to get one of these guys. Maybe two. I highly doubt it, but one of them. But first, not foremost, if you would. All kind of depends on what you're looking for. We got Tetora McMillan, a.k.a. T-Mac, Arizona, 6'5", big body, clean routes, and he doesn't drop dimes, man. He's definitely a top 10 prospect for a reason, and the mock drafts got him linked heavy with the Raiders at number 6. So, yeah, I'll be honest, I've already been on camera live saying it. I would be ecstatic. If y'all don't remember, right, the last time we picked 6 and it was a receiver, you know who it was? Some dude that wore the number 81 called Tim Brown. You know what I'm saying? So if history repeats itself like it usually does, there you have it. I'm okay with that. Luther Burden III, Missouri. Speedy, hands. And that I make something out of nothing energy. He's one of them dogs. You know what I'm saying? He could be a mid to late first round steal. You just never know, right? And that's the thing, man. The top 10 wide receivers in this draft, some of them might not get picked till the third round. It's really, I mean, and it's not because of the wide receiver class being so deep, right? It's deeper than normal, but it's really the defensive side of the ball, the tight ends, right? Which, if you pay attention to Steve Smith, which I'm going to pull up, man. I like to, show y'all some of his commentary. Being one of them dogs as far as a wide receiver, I think it makes sense to get somebody else's take. Hopefully they don't get me for, copyright. We'll make sure fair use and all that stuff we'll put out there before we do it. But yeah, Luther Burden might be a steal. Emeka Egbuka, Ohio State. Slot guy, smooth mover, inside out versatility. He's NFL ready and looking like a late first round, early second material. That's crazy to me. He could potentially be the true number 1, number 2 wide receiver pick in this draft for all we know. We'll just have to see how it goes. Now, this is somebody I heavily favor, obviously, because where I live. Hook 'em, Matthew Golden, Texas. Transferred from Houston and came out swagging. Nearly 1,000 yards and 9 TDs. Ran a 4.29 at the combine. Yeah, that boy is fast. And honestly, I don't see anybody that gets in and out of routes better than he does. I mean, you want to talk about clean for real. I mean, McMillan, he's got some work to do in my opinion. Yes, clean routes and all, but I don't think you can compare him to Golden. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. And last but not least in this 5, right? And obviously we're going to dive in a little deeper. Pause. Once we get through the monologue and, start looking specifically at this top 10 class. But Jaden Higgins, Iowa State, big boy, 6'4", 215, red zone beast with sticky hands. Again, solid day 2 prospect. I mean, yeah, it's pretty interesting. The talent just keeps rising and rising and rising. So, as we all know, unfortunately, our Raider room, as far as wide receivers, is not looking really good, right? Raiders wide receiver room, what we really looking like? Forget what you knew about Devontae and Renfro. That was eras ago. Here's who we got right now, right? Jacoby Myers, Mr. Reliable. I wouldn't go as far as saying a route technician, but not flashy. Gets open and does work, right? Bigger body than most and more of a possession receiver. I consider him a true 2. I don't consider him an elite 2. And I'll boo myself on that. I think a lot of people would disagree with me, but that's my take. I love Jacoby Myers. I just don't think he's elite at the 2 position. And we already see he's proven that. I don't think he can carry the shoulders, at least not right now, as a true number 1, let alone elite. So, we got him. We got Trey Tucker, fast as all you know what. He took a couple of steps last season and could potentially break out with a better quarterback, right, and a better offensive coordinator and somebody like Chip Kelly. Who knows? Being in slot now in his true position, right? Getting the big boys and good size receivers on the outside and Brock Bowers anchoring everything down. We all right, man. We all right. And last but not least, right, because this is a Chip Kelly guy, and that's Kyle Phillips, man. Slot guy. Again, another slot guy with hands, new to the system, but could be sneaky good underneath. And that's going to be Chip Kelly. He's a Chip Kelly guy. That's where he comes from. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was recruited by him, probably even played for him at some point. I haven't dove into him, and I think I'll do that. Obviously, when we get to that beautiful section of when Turf decides to go through every player on the roster and give him a grade. right? So Kyle Phillips, what he did last year, don't know. He wasn't on the team, but we'll see. We'll have to see how that works. But let's keep it real. We ain't got that alpha, ladies and gentlemen. We need a wide receiver number one ASAP yesterday. A dude who strikes fear every snap. That's why someone like a T-Mac, right, or Burden, Golden would change the whole offense. Don't be shocked if McMillan does become the number 6 pick. So, who else is eyeing wideouts though? We ain't the only ones in the market. Here's a few people, right, that we probably already should know. If you're watching football like us, you know these guys, man. The Patriots, they got their QB in Drake May, so they're now trying to find some weapons for him to throw to. I could totally see them looking to go for Golden or Burden. That could definitely be something that's their move. We'll have to see. Will they do that at what, 3rd or 4th? I don't know if they'll do that, but I highly doubt it. That's too high of a pick. But it all depends. It all depends, right? Depends who's going to be there. And that's the real true situation in this wide receiver pickup. It's really, really going to depend on who makes moves, what team goes to get what, right? And what's available. I don't want to steal any of Steve Smith's talking points. I'll let him speak for himself. Like I say, we'll pull that up here in a little bit. But I believe in a lot that he had to say. The Bears, DJ Moore needs a partner. Chicago's loading up on offense this draft for sure. They got Ben Johnson. He's a offensive-minded guy. They're going to appease him. He's the head coach. I mean, he's going to have probably a lot of say in that. So I expect him to get who he wants, right? And I don't know where the Bears are picking, but I believe they're in the top 15. So one of those top 10 wide receivers I expect to come off the board, and it'll make sense. And last but not least, the Giants, right? Desperate for just playmakers across the board. Wouldn't be shocked if they jumped early on the Agbuka or a trade up for Burden, right? I mean, who knows? They're probably going to get a quarterback, in my opinion. I think they get Shador and, if he's obviously there, Cam Ward. One out of those two guys, and then I could see them trying to trade up, right? Do something like that. Although there is brand new news from what I understand, and that is your boy from the Steelers. I can't believe I'm drawing to Russell Wilson. I hear Russell Wilson is just signed with the Giants. If that's the case, yeah, that could mean that they might not, right? I'll be shocked, but who knows, man? We're just gonna have to wait to see how that works out. I see we got a few more people in the building. I always have to acknowledge, especially my day ones, man. KY Keeley. I was born in Oakland. I don't know whether to root for them or not. There's no reason not to root for them. They can move to Mars. I tell people this all the time. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Get over it, KY. You know what I'm saying? Deal with it. My guy, Federal Music in the building. Salute. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show like always. It's going to be an interesting one in terms of us diving into these wide receivers. So buckle in, buckle up. We almost getting there. Free agency recap. The good, the bad, the what's next. We made moves, but it's not all wins. Let's check the tape. Additions, you already know. Geno Smith traded from Seattle if you're living under a rock. Might not be the long-term answer, but it gives us a vet with wheels and experience. Excuse me. One of the signings I really like, Jeremy Chin, Swiss Army knife in the back end. Big pickup. I think he's an upgrade to what we had in Mozart, and I think we paid a really good price, man. A really good price for him. So I'm good with that. Alondon Roberts, linebacker. I'm really happy about this. Veteran muscle in the middle. Again, I think this is an upgrade from Spillane. And I hope people don't think I'm coming at this, salty or, they're no longer Raiders, so we're going to just always say this. No, I actually really believe we got an upgrade. It's slight, but where the upgrade really matters is in the cost. I believe we got him for a fourth cheaper than we would have had to pay Spillane at that $12 million. So that's another reason why I say he's an upgrade. He's actually also faster, and I would say a better cover linebacker, but it's not saying much because he's just as bad as Spillane. Yeah, they both are not good in pass coverage, so it is what it is. One of the surprises, Alex Kappa, certified bodyguard for whoever's under center. I think this is one of those things where they're reviving, a player that they really know well in a guard in Alex Kappa, who came from the Bengals, but I do believe he played under Brady, with Brady, right, at the Buccaneers and Spytech. And that's where we got him, man. So we got to give him a shot. You know what I mean? We re-signed Whitehair, right? So it's a good, solid, having some depth at guard now, to where we're not, coming into camp, still super, super light. I mean, we still need a guard, but at least we have some backup, if you will. Raheem Mostert. I love it. Still got that breakaway speed and solid rotation piece. You guys know I went through the running backs last week. And one of the reasons why I feel that Janty isn't a good pick, not only for us at 6, but just in general, is because he's not going to be there after the 12th pick, right? I don't even know if it'll get to 12. And we already have those type running backs. That's actually all we have. Zeus is the only big body back we have, and I don't expect him to be around for the whole season. I don't know about y'all. I just don't see it. I don't see how he makes it. I don't see how he sticks around. So we'll have to see. But if I'm looking for a running back, right, I'm looking for one of the bigger guys. We got breakaway speed guys. We got home run hitter guys. We got shifty guys. We got, third down back guys. We don't have give me 2-yard guys, and I'm guaranteed 5 yards, on average, if you're going to give me the ball 10 times a game, and defenses are going to wear down. That's what I'm looking for, kind of running back, right? And it's funny because that is kind of how Janty runs, but small frame, small just in general at 5'8", 210 pounds. It's going to be tough for him to be a back that runs in between the tackles 20 plus times a game, right? Even 15 for that matter. As a rookie, I think it's going to take some getting used to. That's just me, my 2 cents. Lucky Fotu, big body from the Jets. Plug up those trenches, man. Defensive tackle. Then we also got Ian Thomas, tight end, depth move. I don't think that's right. I think I wrote this down on accident because I would be shocked if we got another tight end. And I haven't heard what we're dealing with in terms of the ones we have as far as Mayer and Brian. So I'll have to fact check that one, man. I'll definitely have to fact check that one. In fact, yeah. And it looks like that's correct, man. It looks like we signed a tight end. So, is this the beginning of the end for our guy, Mayer? You see him right there. Makes me sad. That's Mayer right there. Yeah, signed jersey. I hope not, but we'll see, man. I am a Mayer fan, so it is what it is there. As the saying goes, the players come and go, right? But as in PTS, we must protect the Shield. Shout out to Chris and the Shield squad. Yeah. So, losses. I don't consider this one a loss. I consider it a game. But Andre James, he signed with the Chargers. That one stings? No, it does not sting. I'm excited. I mean, I'm glad the guy got a job. You know, it is what it is. I'm just glad he's not our problem anymore. Honestly, real talk. Gardner Minshew, out of here. No tears shed there. Now, who are we still eyeing, right? Our linebacker depth is obviously still super thin, especially since we lost out on Ellis, right? If you haven't heard, the Patriots actually matched, and he's a Patriot. So we lost out on that. And that one sucks. I'm not going to lie. That hurt. That actually hurt. So it is what it is, man. O-line still needs love, especially at center, right, and guard. So don't be surprised if another vet walks through that door in terms of center and guard, for that matter, right? Because then that way we don't have to draft, man. And again, like I say, this is pretty much for the people that have been living under the rock. Front office shakeup. You know, we got John Spytek in the building, man. He took the reins and immediately hit reset. Let go of Wooden and Daniels. And you know, brought in Mark Thules. I don't know how to pronounce that. Thules as VP of football ops. And obviously, dude is known for structuring and game planning. So I'm good with that. Coaching staff reloaded. Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Patrick Graham back, right? Tom McMahon holds it down on special teams. And don't forget about the OGs like Greg Olson, Joe Woods, and Brennan Carroll, right? Pete's son, helping build this thing brick by brick. So, this draft, it's about weapons. If we're going to see what Geno or whoever is next is really made of, they need dogs to throw to. That's just facts. And right now we got dudes. We don't got dogs. We need difference makers for sure. Free agency help patch holes, but the draft is where we define our future. Wide receiver at 6 is a real move. And it's one I absolutely 100% co-sign. Unless a top quarterback magically falls. But as you know, we here every step of the way. My guy Eric Raiders, Haters Hunter, Erica Channel in the building. Salute, my guy. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Billy Davis. What up, Raider Nation? Turk. What's cracking, my guy, Billy D? Appreciate you for coming through, man. As always, I hope you enjoy the show. And last but not least, Fidel Torres. Following that real Raiders talk. Yes, sir. I like that, man. Glad you're here, boss. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. So, yeah, as I already had stated, right, I wanted to get into a little bit of what Steve Smith had to say about these wide receivers before we start diving in, right? So, give me one hot second here. Let me get this thing going. Here we go. So here we have it. Check this out. What Steve Smith has to say about, right? What you see here is a consensus top 10, right? I got other charts that you'll see. Some may consider it top 10 now. Who knows? But check it out. It's fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. On the board. On the board. Bingo. you go. So check this out. Check this out. Smitty's boy. Out of man number one. For the record, I would not be mad. I would not be mad if we pick Golden over T Mac. That might be controversial. Again, hook 'em horns. Y'all already know if you watch Thursdays, Dead in the Water. That's how me and Spence ended because that's where we live and we support our fellow Texas Longhorns, man. But this kid is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. He's the real deal. Right, right, right. 429. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, what's y'all thoughts on Steve Smith's takes? Like I said, I actually agree with him. I wasn't trying to steal his takes. It was actually the same scenario that I thought of before I actually saw and heard that. I'm a big time believer in Golden. Again, I'm out here in Texas, so I got to see quite a bit of his play, right? And I mean, the kid's the real deal. He's definitely I think he's a first round draft pick. Hands down. I don't see him getting out of the first round. And yeah, we'll go through it. We'll go through exactly why. I don't see him going past the first round. They're surprisingly, like I say, it's a top heavy, big time, receiving group. It's not like, for instance, your tight ends where it's just deep across the board for tight ends, right? And nowhere close to your defensive linemen, edge guys, interior. Again, these guys are absolutely going to be around for a minute, man, and they're going to be throughout the fifth round. I think you will see decent players go in the fourth and fifth round. When I say decent, I mean like guys that have 5 to 7 year careers, possibly even a Pro Bowl or special mention, if you will, out of some of these guys in terms of defense across the board. It's just a lot of defense in this draft. So we shall see. Death Pile Picker in the building. Salute. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show. So yeah. No time like the present. Let me pull this over here, and I am going to dive right into these wide receivers. First and foremost, right? Let's go back to sharing again. Let's go back to sharing again. There you go. Quick technical difficulties. Yep. We back. All right. Let me know if you can't hear me. Hopefully y'all can. But yeah, let's look right at it. You are talking number one, Tetaroya, right? McMillan. He's, everything you can ask for in a number one wideout. I mean, 6'5", 212 lean, 4.5 40, and he actually ran a 4.48, I believe, 4.49 for the combine, or if not for his pro day, whichever one it was. Either way, absolutely the real deal. 100% easily number one ranked, right? As you can see here, with this particular organization, NFL Draft Buzz. Shout out to NFL Draft Buzz. Yeah, they have this guy at number one, and I agree with it. I agree with that assessment. He's gonna be hard to beat, right? I really believe he will be the first wide receiver picked. And if you want to look at it this way, you can say 1A and 1B, right? When it comes to Mr. Matthew Golden, you see the stats. He's ranked 4, which is weird to me. As far as scouts, average position rank, and that's for all of these guys, right? Based on where they have it in Draft Buzz. But as you can see, 6 feet, so decent size, 195 pounds. Again, decent size. But it's 40 time, ladies and gentlemen. That's real. That 4.29 is real, and he runs in and out of those routes with that 4.29 speed, and it's very apparent. It's very visible on tape. So, again, Turf would not be mad if he is picked first, or if he's the one picked after, right? Say we trade back up, right? I know that might not be popular, but we need a wide receiver. We need a wide receiver. If we don't pick a quarterback first round because no one drops, I could see us holding out, and wait until even the third round to possibly pick somebody up with that second, third round pick that we have. Or no, we lost that one. We may have to use that first one, right? But now we're getting into the realms of, do we now wait till the fourth round to pick a running back, which I wouldn't be mad at, because I'm expecting to see some serious running backs still there at fourth round. So it's something to look at. It's a possibility, in my opinion, a very strong possibility. So we'll have to see, right? And then last but not least, number 3, Luther Burden. I mean, all these guys have high ratings. He's actually ranked number 2 as far as all scouts average position rank. He's a little bit smaller, right? 5'11", but thicker. 208 pounds. Wow, that's pretty big. Pause. Junior out of Mizzou. Hey, and he ran a 4.41 40 times. So at that size, that's saying a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even going front. That's the real deal, man. That's legit. That is legit as it gets. Wow. I mean, it's impressive. I'll be honest. It's absolutely impressive. At that size. So, I mean, they got him ranked 3rd for a reason, right? So, yeah, let's just jump all the way down to the list and show what they have to say, right? McMillan boasts a rare combination of size, hands, and route running acumen that scouts covet in a wide receiver 1 prospect. I'm not going to read the whole summary. I'll just give that little snippet. We've already looked at, all his measurables. I think it makes sense for him to be number 1, right? Matthew Golden, number 2, right? Makes sense. Luther Burden at 3. Now we jump in to where you still have some major value. Guys, can you imagine getting Emeka Egbuka in the second round? Second round. Ibuka's elite straight line speed demands respect from defensive backs, but it's his technical polish that will determine his NFL future for sure. He's got a little bit of work to do, but hey, man, 6'1", 205 pounds, 4.3040, sub 4.3. He's right behind Golden. Golden is more of a 1 or 2, right? And Agbuka is more of a slot, but I think he can probably play everything. That's going to be my guess when it comes to Ibuka. He's solid. Again, I just can't imagine you're getting him in the second round, and that's going to be the case. Alec Ailmaner, wide receiver from Stanford. 6'2", big kid, man. 6'2", 210 pounds, 4.40. This kid projects as a high-end wide receiver 2 with legitimate wide receiver 1 upside, warranting strong consideration in the second round. It's going to be mid to late second round, I would say. Right. I think the top 4 wide receivers in this draft, top 2, really, maybe 3, probably 3, but I think you're going to start looking in the second round for 4 through 7. 4 through 7, 4 through 8. And they all are going to intertwine, right? Let's be honest. They are going to have their strengths and weaknesses. For instance, Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, another huge dude, 6'3", 210 pounds. And he ran a 4.5, 4.40. I think we're getting spoiled with 40 times, ladies and gentlemen. And we're starting to, just assume everybody's going to be 4.4, 4.3, 40. 4.5 is not that bad. Clearly it's not blazing, but it's not that bad. The film shows a boundary wide receiver with true X potential who can step into any offense and win immediately on third downs and in the red zone. So, he had dart passing to him. A really good prospect. I see him getting selected in the second round. Jalen Noel from Iowa State. Iowa State had 2 of them, right? 5'11", 200 pounds, 4.39, 40. Wow. Noel has a dangerous weapon written all over him as a vertical slot receiver with deep ball tracking ability that jumps off the film. Again, we don't need another Trey Tucker, right? So you already know I'm looking at the big boys here. I think we got still size issues. We really only have one wide receiver. Keaton, right, our rookie from last year out of Tennessee. He's a big body that it looks like he's going to develop pretty well. So it'll be nice to see that, but right, let's keep it real. It's going to take some time there. We're just going to have to look and see. You got Jalen Royals from Utah State, another big dude, man, 6 feet 205, 4.40. Royals is going to make some offensive coordinator very happy as a field stretcher who can house it from anywhere on the field. So that 4.4, 240, that could honestly, ladies and gentlemen, be a 4.3, right? A lot of guys have much, much faster playing speed than they do. You know what I'm saying? 40 times speed, as well as just straight ahead speed, right? Sometimes that is deceiving, very deceiving. But hey, it is what it is, man. Death pile picker, I'd be more concerned with route runability, hands, and ability to create separation. I agree, especially as a wide receiver, right? I think it's exactly that in that order, man. Shout out to Death Pile. Yeah, I think you got to look at route running ability first, right? Then obviously you need to catch the ball. Doesn't matter how good you run a route if you can't catch it. And then last but not least, if you can't create separation and you're always making it a difficult throw for your your quarterback, it's going to be hard to get you to rock. So very good take, Death Pile, and perfect order. as far as exactly how you want to see that, in my opinion, anyways. But yeah, now you got Jack Betch from TCU. TCU's had some talent, bro. 6'2", 215, another 4.55 guy. His film shows the wide receiver who can step in and contribute from day one if he's in the right system. The fit matters, though. Teams running heavy, you might, right, run into some issues. I mean, good blocker, right? These are things I don't know about Betch, but he's ranked in the top 10 for a reason, right? You got Jaden Higgins. Jesus. Man, this is crazy. 6'4", 215, running a 4.47 40. Don't let the stopwatch fool you. He is a plug-and-play wide receiver whose game tape absolutely pops. His 40 might raise eyebrows, what they're saying. I'm not going to dig any further. I think he kind of speaks for himself. You guys, obviously, hopefully watch enough football to know that, TCU, Iowa State, right? They had some burners, some ballers as far as wide receivers are concerned, which brings us to the last two in the top, right? Top two list. I mean, top 10, top 12 as far as this list is concerned. And the last two of this top 12, I mean, wow, right? Wow. That's how I look at it, because Isaiah Bond could be a steal. I mean, a steal. This kid didn't get a lot of playing time due to injury, and that might be a knock that, he's going to have to get under control. At the size of 5'11", 180 pounds, right? It's going to be tough. 4.39 40 speed. And he projects as an impact Z, right? Slot guy who can transform an NFL passing game with his explosive playability and developing route craft. He's special. Like I say, he really couldn't show much due to injury. He's absolutely somebody I could see going in the late second round, potentially early third. But I don't see him sticking around this board. And in fact, I see him going before quite a few of these guys in the top, the lower top 10, right? 7 through 10. I could easily see him sneaking past, right? Easy see him sneaking past. I think Trey Harris will get him as far as who gets picked up before him. But yeah, I agree. Pigs in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show. And yes, Noel has some Lad McConkey to his game, but he's bigger, right? Lad is small, man. Noel is, he's a tad bigger, not too much. At 5'11", I could be wrong too. McConkey might be the same size. I think though at 200 pounds, that's the size difference there. I think his frame is going to be a little bit bigger. But yeah, makes total sense to me. And like I say, when it comes to Isaiah Bond, don't be shocked if he gets picked before 7 through 10. He could be himself the steal of the draft. I mean, the kid, hook him. I don't know any other way to tell you that one. Hook him. And then last but not least, man, I'm high on this kid. Again, I think at worst case scenario, late third round. But Savion Williams, man, 6'5", 225 pounds, 4.48 40. I mean, raw physical talent jumps off the tape with Williams, particularly in the vertical passing game, where his combination of size and speed, I mean, it could potentially be unmatched, ladies and gentlemen. Unmatched. I mean, yeah, this top 12, all of them should go in the first 3 rounds. And I think, things happen, but I really do expect a lot of them to contribute. It's, it's a pass happy league right now. There's no way around it. I mean, I absolutely just see each and every one of these guys. I mean, if we could click in and go to the next list, man, I mean, there's still some major monsters here. I mean, so I bring this list up. It's funny because the one that jumps off the page for me right now, who had a really, really bad day, is Xavier Restrepo. Man, did that kid lose himself some stock today. At 5'10", 198 pounds. As you can see here, they had him listed as a 4.65 40 time, right? Which is still not good. It's not remotely close to being good. Well, what's worse is dude ran a 5.1 and a 4.9 at best on his pro day. You want to talk about losing yourself some money? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He's definitely lost himself some serious cash in my eyes. It's going to be hard to take a risk on that. 4.9 40. There is no game speed that's going to make up for that. You can put your worst corner on him, and he's probably going to have a hard time, in terms of getting anywhere, man. I just, that's just what I see based on that terrible news on his behalf. But I mean, you see this list, man. Ty Felton, Maryland kid, 6'2", he's tiny, 6'2", 180, But hey, Devontae Smith, he's a stick figure, if you will. I mean, he runs a 4.37 40. Man, at 13, he'll be in the mix, right? Tez Johnson, always gonna be in the mix, from Oregon. I mean, you guys see this list. You see some of these 40 times, man. You got Jalen Lane, wide receiver out of Virginia Tech. 4.3 4.40. And you got to assume he's a slot guy at 5'10". I don't think he plays big like a Steve Smith, right? I doubt it. Pat Bryant, Illinois. He's not a burner. By no means is he a burner, but big body, 6'3", 200 pounds, possession receiver, probably a monster in the red zone, things along those lines. Nick Nash, another big body. I mean, these guys are huge. The one that really pops out on this list right here for me is this young man right here at the bottom, Dante Thornton Jr. 6'5", 214. 4.30 40, ladies and gentlemen. He's a project, but wow. He's a project I'd want to take a risk on, without a doubt. We're going to have to dig into that. Like I say, he could be special, right? It just depends. It really does depend. But yeah, this is the list. We've browsed through 13 through 24, but I think you see, again, talent is there for wide receivers. There are a lot of people that need wide receiver talent this draft, so it's going to be interesting to see what people do, and that is, digging into these wide receivers. So y'all tell me, man, what y'all want. I'd love to know what the crowd is thinking in terms of picking a wide receiver at 6. Would you be mad with Golden? Would you be mad with T-Mac? I mean, how about any of those other guys that maybe fit the top 4, right? I don't know. I mean, it's a definite big need, in my opinion. I don't think you can go wrong with either of the top 3 that they have here, which is T-Mac, Golden or Burden, and I'd be willing to take any one of them. We'd obviously have to. We would have to trade back up into the first round for that. Probably too steep of a price. It wouldn't make sense considering what we'd have to give up. If we can find a way to finesse a team, right, and have them take some major picks for next year's draft and allow us to keep. Obviously, we got to keep our second and our third. If they're trying to take a second and a third, that's going to be tough. Maybe give up the third. Second, I just can't see. Second round next year, right? Maybe even the first round next year. I don't know. Do we think we're going to be that bad? And that brings me to a question that we had last night. Where does Raider Nation see ourselves this year? Realistically, right? Do you guys really see us winning enough games that matter for playoffs? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it at all. I see at best 8 games. At best 8 games. Yeah, I know. Boo turf. And I used to be so optimistic, right? Probably one of the most optimistic guys out there. And I don't see us doing too well because we still have some major holes to fill. There's still a lot to learn with the new coaching staff, right? Defense should be good. Defense should be spot on. But I'm just not sure how that's going to translate, right? Without a real offense. I don't think the offense works too well. I got my guy calling me, man. I'm gonna answer this live. What's cracking? I'm on my show. Y'all don't see my show? You trying to come through? All right, ladies and gentlemen, rundown is looking to come through. So it looks like we're gonna have some ad hoc here today. Let me send you the link, bro. I'm gonna send you the link right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, rundown is coming through the building. So let me make sure I get this right for him. Where we at here? Let's see. Copy. Let's get the rundown. Let's get the rundown and let's see if we can get his takes as far as where is it? All right, here we go. All right, I just sent rundown the link. Hopefully he gets that and he pops in here shortly. Where are we at? Always on top. I'm looking for. All right, custom docs. Here we go. Bear with me. As we get my nephew up on the screen. Here we go. Pigs in the building. I like McMillan, Noel, Higgins, Gadsden, Royals, and Thornton. I can't say I know all of them. I've heard of all of them, but I don't know them well enough to say. Obviously, I know the first 4. Thornton and Royals, I mean, I'll have to look at that and I'll probably say, oh, yeah, okay, now I remember from that respect. Oh, I was about to say, what happened? What in the heck is this? But yeah, I think that's cool. Pigs. Absolutely. Wouldn't mind any of those guys. We could do with a couple of them on that list. To be honest, it would be nice to get 2 wide receivers in the draft. For sure. Oh, that's what I did. I was wondering what the heck happened. But yeah, this wide receiver class is pretty deep. We do need 2 of them. It's just right. We got 7 picks. We need linemen. We need running backs, right? We're forgetting about running backs. We absolutely need to draft a quarterback. It's just a lot, right? And to pick up 2 wide receivers in the draft, that is going to be wicked tough. Very, very tough. And I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off. It just depends, right? What's available and what we have at need there, and how it plays out. I would not be mad losing out on something, particularly if it's defense, because clearly we need some offensive pieces on that line, on that wide receiver group. Death Pile Picker, Pat Bryant and Troy Horton have a good game as well. Round 5 and 6 guys. Yeah, bring them on, man. Absolutely, bring them on. And yep, if we can get a wide receiver in the 5th or 6th round, that makes sense. Again, I'm all for it. It's just, I think honestly at 4 or 5, 4th or 5th round is where we might be forced to pick up one of those quarterbacks that are still lingering around. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of quarterbacks picked this draft. I'm assuming like maybe 5 tops. 5 or so. I'm talking the whole draft. I don't think you'll see a whole lot. Yeah, I just don't see it. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Death Pile, you and I are like 2 peas in the pod, man. I'd see us taking 2 running backs in this draft as well. It'll be heavier to the offensive side, and I think you're right because we have a lot of consistency coming back on the defensive side of the ball, right? With Patrick Graham coming back, hopefully Kuntz, right? Even though we, lost Chase on, obviously Wilkins coming back, Butler, right? It's looking good. All of our secondary is coming back. Yeah, I think we have a really, really sound defense. And don't get me wrong, I think for sure we'll be a top 10 defense. I don't know what we were last year. I really don't. I thought we would be a top 5, but that was previous to Kuntz blowing his knee out and then all the other subsequent injuries that, came up. But yeah, I thought we would be top 5. And didn't work out like that. As we all know, it didn't come close. Yeah, kind of like how we all thought, we'd easily win 9-10 games, right? We were all upset with the media about them saying we would win 6 games. And they were even wrong, right? Wow. We didn't even win 8, let alone 10. We didn't win 6. We didn't win the 6 they said we would win. Yeah. Talk about rough. Rough it is, but you can't hear me?
Hold up.
Yeah, well, you
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
You can't hear me. You sound great. You sound great here, so it's gonna be on your end.
Hold on. Give me right. Give me right.
Yeah. As y'all can see, Rundown is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Rundown is in the building. He'll be back. He's got to figure out his sound issues, but I think he'll be good. Yeah, I'm excited to hear his take, particularly on the wide receiver side. Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting to hear what he has to say. Man, we got my guy Tony Chef in the building. Salute, Chef, Raider Nation. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Yep. Pigs. We have a healthy roster. We for sure win with that 6. I agree. I think the number 6 pick is going to come in and hit the ground running for us, and it'll be exactly what we need in terms of the wide, helping out the wide receiver.
There we go.
Yep. You got it on. Where is that, man? Audio. Yeah. Bam. There we go. What's cracking, Rundown?
Man, what's going on with you, Unc? Man, shit, hold on.
What happened?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say. I thought I heard you say y'all was mute, but nah, man. I was supposed to have a show with Leo today, man. But he had to take care of some family stuff, man. So I felt a little empty. I gotta talk something. I gotta do something, man. So wanted to go ahead and pop on screen for a little bit, man. Tap in with the Unc real quick, man.
Absolutely, I appreciate you for coming through, man. We always love to have that little turf and rundown action when
Oh, always, man, always. And don't worry, Chad, we getting back to it too, man. You already know what time it is, bro.
Absolutely. So look, man, I wanted to hear your take on some of these wide receivers. What's your favorite pick? Like, if we do go pick 6 with wide receiver, who do you absolutely want?
If it's pick 6, then McMillan is probably the pick. If I'm talking about just going pure pick 6, I think that's the way to go. Matthew Golden's pretty nice. I do like him. And I ain't gonna lie, yesterday I kind of shifted my way of thinking, because usually, me, I'm always talking about getting the bigger frame, getting the bigger body, things of that nature.
Yep.
But doing more research and listening to more people like I trust as far as like evaluation, things of that nature, I had to check myself, because it's like, you look, 4 out of the 5 receivers last year who were leading receivers were not big dudes, right? Like Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's not a big dude. You look, Puka Nacua is not overly big. You know what I mean? Like some of these guys are like kind of stockier in frame, right? Like they're not big, and Chase ain't super huge either. He's more compact.
Barely 6
so it's
feet.
like, so you're looking now, the NFL, most of the dudes are 6 feet, not really, super big, but more built, you know what I mean, to be able to take on the contact after the catch and things of that nature. So shifting that frame of mind, it's like, all right, well, now if that's the case, who else could? Now you open the broad view of it. Everybody's there now. Not at 6, but our second round pick, 100%. I think that like a receiver's in play, 100% at 37, I believe.
Well, I mean, perfect timing, because if we're going wide receiver at 2, I mean, what do we do at 3? I'm thinking running back, right? But as you can see, Death Pile Picker, shout out to Death. How do you feel about not drafting a quarterback this year and fill as many holes as we can? Should have Geno for 3 years, so draft a quarterback next year. What's your thoughts on that one?
Risky, but it's likely. You feel what I'm saying?
Risky, oh, wow. Really?
Because if you don't take, if Shador don't slip, which
Right.
I don't know if you had that, but something just Russell went to the Giants today, incredibly likely, right? And I'm hearing a lot of Abdul Carter to Cleveland. I've been saying that. Like, if you're Cleveland, you can't pass the opportunity to have Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett, bro. I'm sorry. That's too much. You have to do that, bro. Like, in your division, nonetheless, you talk about Joe Burrow and all that. I mean, those two dudes right there, that'd be like, you feel me? If I was Cincinnati, I'd be like, God damn. But nonetheless, right? If Shedeur drops at 6, I got to do it. You already know what time it is. But then taking off of that, Jackson Dart, everybody talking about this man's supposed to be a first-round dude, right? Like, if we don't trade back from 6 and we don't have extra capital,
right?
I don't see us trading back up into the first round to get him. If he's there at 37, then probably you might do it. You know what I mean? Like, if he's there, but I don't think he lasts that long, to be honest with you. He's somewhere in the range of like 21 to 33, something like that. You're going to have to get it there. Right. So I don't know how we would do it.
I don't see trading up. I don't see trading up to get a quarterback. I see trading up to get a wide receiver because we picked a quarterback in the first round. Yeah. That I can see. I can see trading up for a wide receiver because we pick a defensive tackle in the first round. Yep. If we pick a Mason Graham, I can see it. You know what I mean? But I just don't see a quarterback.
Trading up? Nah.
Yeah, not at trading up. And it just doesn't make any sense. And like you said, the only, Cam and/or Sanders slipping is the only thing that makes sense at number 6.
And Cam's going 1, so that's not happening. The only thing you do is like Shedeur maybe slipping, and now we're in the realm of Jalen Milroe and Quinn Ewers. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I've already said, I don't like either of them. Like Milroe would be the only redeemable one because he has all these athletic traits, but the project is so large. It's like, well, we wishing and praying at this point, bro. So it's like we'll see. And I just saw Quinn Ewers at his pro day throwing ducks today, so that didn't give me no confidence. No confidence what I saw with Ewers, bro.
Yeah, nobody's messing with that. I wouldn't.
No. I saw this man throw literal ducks at his pro day, bro. Like the ball literally started to flutter and flap in the air. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that.
Nope.
And then they got him for a top 30 visit. So that's the next thing.
Jesus, are you serious?
They got Quinn for a top 30 visit.
Doesn't make sense.
No. Will Howard, that's the only that's it. That's all we got. Yeah. So just thinking about it, it's likely you don't get one this year. It is. Man,
I'm a little shocked that you're okay with that.
I'm not, but
okay. I'm not here. That don't sound like.
I'm not. But the only reason the blow is softened, right? Like last year, you know how mad I was, and the only reason like the blow is softened is because we have Geno Smith, right? So it's like, all right, I can't be too angry and be like, oh, let's get this, because we actually have a starter. Like last year, come on, bro, you couldn't convince me that Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, all that wouldn't have won the job over them two dudes last year. Right. There's no way I can be convinced. So like this year, it's more of like after them two dudes, it's clear cut. Like it's a project. We're not playing that first year, bro. So it's like, and I don't really like. And as far as projects goes, to me, I like if it's personally, I'd be like, I gotta fall in love with the dude for me to be like, yeah, like that's a project. You know what I mean? Like, for example, and I don't care how nobody feel.
Right.
I probably like if I was taking Anthony Richardson, he wouldn't have played until this year.
Exactly.
I'm telling you right now, because I like, and funny enough, I liked Anthony Richardson more than I did Jalen Milroe. But the thing was, he's had less starting time, whatever the case. I just feel like, bro, he wouldn't have. If it was me, he wouldn't have played till this year.
Right.
They did him dirty doing all that. But with quarterbacks of that nature, that's the patience you have to have. It's got to be 2 years, bro, like minimum, before they step on the field, and we're ready to do that now. Milroe, there are some things within the game that do scare me, bro. I don't know if he'll ever be able to get it right. Same with Anthony Richardson, which is crazy. But we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't see either of those guys working out. I think they are already ruined, if you will.
Oh, Richardson, it's hard, bro, because they get him already filthy. So it's like, I don't know, bro. He's gonna bounce around. He might bounce around.
Yep. And that's why I say what I say. I don't see it working well for him.
Unless you get with he should have got with the right coach to begin with. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you with the right coach that understands the skill set, that understands what you need to learn, and don't throw you out there, fine, so be it, right? Like, and this seems like what we would do. This is why if we took Milroe, I won't be mad because it'll be like third round. So, but it'll be like, okay. So from that standpoint,
yeah, I would be mad. See, now that's where you lost me right there. Yes, because I think that's where we get a good running back. I think.
Well, in that scenario, I feel like you might have taken one in the second round. It depends, who fought. What if Omarion Hampton's there at 37?
100%. There's no question you take him. Man. He's not going to be there.
And at that point, you can do whatever. At that point, you know what I'm saying? You can do whatever.
There's no way Hampton is there.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen because if a team is trading up for Jackson Dart, like who's falling? Like, you know what I mean? Like who's gonna fall?
I'm telling you right now, there's no way that Omarion Hampton drops to the second round. That's impossible.
And see, look, Turf, you would have had me last year if you would have told me that Jackson Powers Johnson got to us in the second round. I'd have been like, no way.
Right. That's a good point.
After seeing what we saw from the Senior Bowl and his tape and all that, you're like, nah, bro, this dude not no second round pick.
Right.
Like if they redraft today, you probably be like, yeah, bro, he's not falling to us. It's just not happening. But I mean, every year teams do dumb shit. Teams do dumb shit. You just hope that you're not one of the teams that do it.
Exactly. Tony Chef with a question. Would we be content with the right tackle from Missouri at 6? Solid but not sexy.
I just don't understand taking it. For me, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, where is he at? You know what I'm saying? Is he? He's not
talking about him like a top 15. They talking about him like a top 15.
And that's what I'm saying. Like who's not available to take him? Like, right? Are we not taking Big Boy from LSU? Right? Are we not taking somebody
that's more of a guard to me? If you take LSU dude, that's like a guard. So you taking a guard at 6 is kind of rich.
You talking about Will Campbell?
Yeah, Will Campbell. Like if I would feel like he would go to guard at some point. The Robert Gallery special, right? And now we sitting here. You just drafted it. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if he's a starter and he's a Pro Bowler, it is what it is. But still, like a guard at 6 is rich. Like that's a little rich.
And I would honestly probably go with Kelvin Banks over.
Everybody's telling you can get him later on. Like you can trade back and get him.
Membo? I would take. Well, he's saying the kid from Mizzou. I'm assuming he's got to be saying Armand Membo.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take Banks over him. But again, hey, y'all know I'm biased. Hook him. I'm a Longhorn.
Why is everybody trying to replace DJ Glaze all of a sudden?
I don't. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. I've already given the stat. He gave TJ Watt his worst game since like 2018, and no other tackle has ever done that to him in the NFL ever. No pressures, no hits, no nothing. So I don't understand any of the logic of DJ Glaze.
And it was year one, Unc. It's not like we sitting here this man like it's not like we sitting here and this man like Brandon Parker and we're like, well, this year 8. They're like, nah, bro, this is only year 2. Like, can we see what it is? If he doesn't develop, sure. Like later on in another place, then like that. If that's what you want to do and improve, then so be it. But let's see how much he improves. I don't even know how he will improve.
But how much does he need to? That's the real question. Again, I'm trying to find like what was his ranking and what is his PFF, right?
I know PFF's gonna give you something crazy,
but it's gonna probably be crazy good. I mean, I'm assuming because I thought he did great, man.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at Glaze into this season at all, to be honest.
So I guess this is over out of 100. I don't know, but it's saying his overall grade is a 66.1. It's in the green, His
That's not
pass blocking is a 61.9. His run blocking was 68.4.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean,
And yeah, that's 51st, 79th, and 47th. That's not bad for a rookie, bro. That's not
and
bad.
again, it's year 2, bro. Like, I just want to see what it is before we replace other people, right? Like, we're just trying to like slide other people in. Now, if you want to talk about Parham, that's a different story. Because Parham has been here for a while, right? So it's like it's put up or shut up time at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean, yeah, he's got to go. The only reason I see him still sticking around is because he was a Patriot pick, if you will. Right? Let's keep it real. That was Ziegler and McDaniels.
Yeah, this is the last year for me, man. This is last year.
Oh yeah, it's definitely last year for me too.
It's like, and I'm gonna be calling for public execution at that point.
I said public execution.
Like, I ain't really went hard. I ain't really went
right.
Like, you know, it's gonna get to that point if I keep seeing what I see, bro, from Parham.
Yeah, that's funny. Nah, I get it. I don't know, man. This number 6 pick is so tricky. And the reason being is because we don't know what's going to be available. It's impossible to know what's available.
That's a fact. We have no idea how the board's going to fall. We have no idea what's going to be there. And see, this is the good thing, though. You just got to hope that our regime is, you know, smart enough to navigate these things. Because it's like, all right, well, if certain guys fall, you didn't expect to fall. You gotta do what you did last year. You gotta take the dude that you didn't think was gonna be there. Exactly. Or if all like the quote unquote blue chip guys are gone, right? So Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter,
right? Mason Graham,
if they're gone, right? If all them dudes are gone, now you gotta actually like, what's the value now? Now we gotta start talking value, bro. Like I get it. You know what I mean? Like, we can start talking running back talk and all that, but value, bro. We're the 6th overall pick, bro, and there's a lot of guys now in this cluster. From like the blue chip guys are gone, and now it's a whole bunch of cluster of good players that can be great, but they're really good, right? So it's like, what's the best fit? You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can't take anything just to be like, oh man, it's a hole and it's plugged. Like, no,
right?
No. We got to have the best fit. So this is gonna be tricky, like you said, man. 6 is very tricky.
Well, I would be okay if we got the second best player in the draft again, right? Like a Bowers. I don't know what position that would be.
Travis, probably.
It would be. There's no way he falls to us, though.
That's the only guy I can think of that slips. Like, that's it. Because maybe it's I'm stupid.
Y'all gonna think I'm nuts for this, but I think Abdul Carter might slip.
There's no way he falls.
I think
if he falls to us, there's no debate. There's no debate.
I mean, well, we just paid Coons. I don't
care. I don't care.
I don't care. You don't. Hey, knowing that you just went through this with Tyree Wilson.
Tyree's gone. I'll tell you that right now. Whoever wants this man can have Tyree. And if we got Abdul Carter, what? Hey, they can have this man for Hostess cookies.
Right.
Hostess like, no.
So nobody's worried about the injury. I don't understand that. I'm stuck on the injury.
Not really. You wanna know why?
Injury.
I like, we watched him play with it.
Oh, absolutely.
I like, and the shoulder. Like, dog, in these playoff games, in these last couple games, the man had one shoulder, one arm. And I'm seeing this man literally swipe at the offensive line with one arm and still get there, dog. Like, he don't even have his NFL body yet. Like, he ain't got that yet. You can tell. Right? He still got some muscle to add to the frame, bro. If you were to get, like, again, you say we paid Kuntz, bro. I put them all on the field at the same time. It does not matter, dog. Right? You feel what I'm saying? Kuntz here. Maybe I put Abdul on the inside of Kuntz right here. Flip it up however you want. Max over there. Christian Wilkins. Bring Adam Butler in when you want. Oh, come on, bro. Come on. I know one thing. Patrick would be sitting in his house and he'd be like,
yeah, he wouldn't like
that offensive line that the Chiefs have. Oh, he'd be scared. Yeah. He'd be scared.
He'd be running for his life.
Oh my God, dog! It'd be different, and you know we already like Mason Graham, so it'd be different with Mason. But to get Abdul Carter that's what the Tyree pick should be, right? Like that's what we should be looking at. To be honest with you, like if you were to get something like that, like that's the production he would give you. That's what we should be getting from Tyree right now, honestly.
Well, and that's the thing, and that's why I'm so nervous about Abdul Carter, because I know he's got issues. He's got issues, bro. I mean, so we're basically doing what we said we shouldn't with that pick, meaning that we're settling, and it's not going to be somebody that's going to hit the ground running for us right away. You know good and well he won't be ready for the season opener.
Oh, he said he's not getting that surgery. He's not getting that surgery. He's going to be all right.
Nah. See, now the fact that he's not getting the surgery makes me even more nervous. Because
I ain't gonna lie,
what?
But if he falls to like, and we don't have to give nothing up for this man. Now, you could say you could trade back if that's what you want to do. If that scares you that much, because somebody come get him at 6 if that's what they wanted. Like if he's there, somebody's gonna do that, right? But it's gonna make me mad if a team like the 49ers came up and all of a sudden the man's an all-pro. And now I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Like that's going to make me mad because his film is evident, bro. Like there's nothing on his film that tells me he will not be a good NFL player. Nothing.
Right. No, I get it. No, you're absolutely right. It makes a lot of sense, man. It makes a lot of sense. I'm just nervous.
He's not going to be there, though. I heard he's going 2 as far as Abdul. I heard he's going 2
to the Browns, like you said,
which, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Ton of sense. The pick is 3. The pick is 3.
The Giants.
That's where it gets dicey and interesting because what do they do? Right?
I think the Browns and the Giants are going quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and maybe it rings your alarm bells off. Okay, I've heard a lot of Abdul to Cleveland, right? Because they're thinking some things over there. But I just heard right now, man, Travis Hunter and his whole family, and I mean girlfriend and even her girlfriend's
Jesus
brother's girlfriend,
right?
Like the girlfriend, the brother, and the brother's girlfriend, like all of them. They all touring the Giants facility tomorrow.
Hey, wow!
If he was to be taken at 3rd overall, now you're sitting there, bro. Who done slipped, right? Who done slipped? Now and I don't know if you even heard it, bro. Now they talking about the Patriots like Genty. Yo, hey, look.
Nah, hell nah.
If they take that man at 4, I will laugh. Nah.
They won't do it, and the reason they won't do it is because of they got Ramondre.
They don't like Ramondre. I hear a lot of people that do not like Ramondre.
Really?
I like a lot. I think he's cool. I don't think
he got paid too. I think he got paid. So
I know. I mean, for them, they just signed Stephon Diggs. As far as the Patriots, fucking right. But they did overpay Stephon Diggs a little bit though. They gave him a lot of bread.
Well, they need a receiver. They need somebody bad.
Does taking Travis, if he doesn't go to the Giants, do they take him?
I would say yes.
And what does Jacksonville do? We don't even know what the hell Jacksonville gonna do. And they might take Mason Graham. Like they probably
absolutely they would definitely take a defensive lineman or offensive lineman for that.
But I keep hearing something in me, bro. I just keep hearing that they like T-Mac too. Cause you know your boy that Liam Cohen is an offensive dude.
Right.
And you know he just came from Tampa Bay, dog. You know, so he just had 2 good receivers that he had with his quarterback. To be able to give Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., and Ted McMillan would be dirty. That's a little dirty, bro.
Would be raggedy. Yeah, that would be tough.
Because if you look at it, you can get some interior defensive linemen in the 2nd round, right? Like, because there are some guys that will slip. I mean, we talk about Walter Nolan and Kenneth Grant and all these guys. Like, they'll slip.
Right.
You can do it. Like, if they wanted to do T-Mac, cool. Then at that point, you sprint in the Mason Graham pick. Sprint it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
That dude we got from the Jets yesterday don't impact nothing to me. Nothing. I don't care about none of that. Adam Butler getting his money don't impact nothing to me. I don't care. I'm taking Mason Graham 10 out of 10.
Right.
I'm not sitting here saying the man's Jalen Carter, but still, like, to have that D-line.
He's Jalen Carter-esque. Yeah, he's definitely Jalen Carter-esque. I would definitely add him if he's available at 6. We pick him.
There's nobody on the defensive line you'd be able to one-on-one and you'd be able to double team easily and take everybody else out of the game. You're not gonna be able to do that now with this defensive line. Like it's just gonna be too dirty. So I definitely, bro, you sprint that in. If not, if we can trade back, I like it because we do have a major hole on this defense that needs to be plugged as far as the linebackers. Like this, our linebacker core is trash. It's garbage.
Yep. No, I agree.
So we can get one in the draft. 6 is a little rich. You were going to take a linebacker at 6. I mean, I don't see no Roquan Smiths or something like that in this draft.
Right.
I do like Jahad Campbell though. I do like Campbell.
Yeah.
Not at 6 though. Not at 6.
No. So Tony Chef in the building. Men, what's more valuable? A great player at 6 or 2 very good players in a trade back scenario? I'm going to go with the later of the 2, and that is the trade back for 2 good players. I think in this draft, trading back and getting 2, like say we get a third, 2 thirds, a second and a third, a second, third, and a fourth, right? Like something along those lines. Absolutely. I'm trading that 6 pick, and I'm out.
Yeah. I'm starting to, I'll make the proclamation here on Unk Show, man. I'm starting to be like this with the 6 pick. There's only 4 dudes I'm absolutely taking, no hesitation. Everybody else I could trade back.
Right.
Travis, no hesitation. Abdul, no hesitation. Mason Graham, no hesitation.
Right.
Shedeur, no hesitation. I'm taking any 4 of them, bro. Like if they're there,
we're taking Cam too.
Oh yeah, but Cam's going 1. I'm already getting that out of my mind. He's done.
You think he's going to Tennessee, huh?
He's going to Tennessee. It's over. If not Tennessee, he's going to Cleveland. So he's not getting to us. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, if we go to Cleveland, so then you must think Abdul Carter is going to Tennessee then. Because
if that's the case, yeah, Abdul went 1. And Cam went 2. Either way, how it falls, I think those are the first 2 picks, though, them 2. Abdul and Cam are the first 2 picks.
Dude, Shedeur is not getting past the Giants.
Look here, if he get no hesitation, if he's there, it's a must. You have to. I can get all the extra later. Because again, right? If Mason Graham is gone, if Abdul Carter is gone, if Travis Hunter is gone, those are the blue chip guys.
Right.
Blue chip. Right? Like, and everybody, Ashton Genty, but he plays running back, bro. I don't care. He plays running back. And he's not Barry Sanders. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it in the sticks. We've talked about this ad nauseum. So we're not gonna do it. So off of that, to me, blue chip players and value is gone. Except Shedeur.
Correct.
It's the best option right there, bro. You take that, and I ain't gonna cap, bro. That might be competition out the gate. If he gets here, and you know how Pete does, he opens it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Like,
absolutely.
Compete. Let's see who it is. Let's see who we do.
The winner. Absolutely. Yeah, he's not babying that position.
Nah. Good news. You'd be like, okay, if you don't think he's quite there, like you maybe think, he's a tick off, just a little bit more. You could sit him a year, and then you let him do it. You let him learn and all that. Next year we full force. But best case scenario, we looking at the recreation of what he did with Matt Flynn and Russ to a degree where it's like, dog, we just paid you this money.
Right.
That's fine. But we just drafted this dude and he's beating you out. So I can't sit here and be mad. Like, you know what I mean? This is competition. This is what he's doing.
No, that's a great.
So either way, we'd be in a good spot, to be honest, as far as quarterback, which we ain't be able to say that in a long time. So.
Right. No, I agree. I totally agree. So Death Pile says Giants could very well giant the draft and take Dart with their first pick. Bro, that would be hilarious.
Bro, that'd be so idiotic.
Especially if they passed up any of the others. If they passed up Shedeur and or Cam for Dart, it would be what they deserve.
Right. Right. I agree. I agree.
It
I
would be
don't
what
come
they
on.
deserve.
If they did that, bro, that'd be dumb. I think that's kind of how I feel with us taking Genty. No cap.
Oh, absolutely. It would be what we deserve. And it wouldn't make any sense.
We have not earned this pick yet. Sorry.
It wouldn't make any sense.
The roster has not earned this pick. And what I mean by that is we're not at the point where we're, oh man, so many pieces on offense.
Yeah,
so
we're
much
bringing him into a great situation.
Yeah, no, bro, we ain't earned that. We not there yet, dog. Y'all trying to put the cart before the horse. We can't do that.
I agree, man. I agree. We are not ready for an Ashton Janty.
No. Now in a couple years when we done made the playoffs a couple times and we know how to win and you know what I mean? Now we looking and we're like, we just need that one piece. Get us over the hump.
Right.
There we go. All right, there you go.
And to be honest, I'm not so sure he is that piece. I keep telling everybody, look, man, I get it. Marshall Faulk says he's the guy. He's the real deal. I mean, look, pros get it wrong too. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Pros get it wrong all the time too, just like regular people sitting back. 100%. Marshall Faulk can be wrong, just like I can be wrong, and I get where he's coming from though, and he's gonna have to do that. He's going to back his guy, right? His fellow Mountain West running back. So.
Yeah, because that's probably what they did to Marshall back in the day. Like,
well, he made some good points, but the points that he made actually are a little bit of a contradiction, and they work against him as well. He's basically stated that he loved the fact that he sees he can carry the load. You know, he's the only running back that was an every down running back. All the other running backs in the NCAA had a couple of guys with him. And, he knows Janty can carry the load. I agree, but I don't. Because, again, I think that the fact that he carries so much of a load, it's taking tread off of his tires.
And I'm going to be honest, I think the coaching staff was doing him dirty. If I'm going to be real, bro.
Absolutely.
If I'm going to be real, bro, yes, he played every down, technically. Technically, he played every down. Right. But did he do all of the jobs well?
Correct.
No. He didn't do all of the jobs. So that's where the context matters. He didn't do all of the jobs well. So in that point, you're going to have a coach I feel like a better offensive-minded coach, which Chip Kelly is, where you'll sit there and say, he's probably not that good at pass blocking. I probably got to take his ass out on this down.
Right. And now everybody knows what you're doing. I mean,
he can run routes, but if it's 3rd and 7 or nothing, I'm not sending this man out there like he's Christian McCaffrey. No. So at that point, like the route tree might be limited.
He doesn't run like that. Yeah,
swings, he doesn't run that maybe way. No, he don't run them McCaffrey routes. No. So people be fooling themselves when he says that. No, he's a good receiver, but he's more of a traditional running back receiver.
Correct.
You're catching swings, you're catching outs, you're catching maybe some Texas angle routes. You doing things in
it. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Maybe a wheel or two, maybe if you get down there or something like that. But
I can see a wheel.
Yeah, you're not sitting there with I'm gonna send you out there like C-Mac and we gonna run the damn near a 60% receiver route tree.
Right, face corners. None of that.
Beating safeties on 15-yard speed outs. Like, we're not doing that. No.
Diggs, no, you're not doing none of that. I agree. He's just not that kind of player. And that's why I'm saying, I don't know, man. Like I say, I watched what Marshall Faulk had to say about him. I don't disagree with him at all. It's just, I think that those pros can be cons. And we will only find out come mid-season next year if the guy can hold up, right? Is he going to get 15, 20 carries a game and be good come week 10?
What kills me is like when people automatically, every mock drafter or whatever, they're like, man, Pete Carroll wants to run the ball. Pete Carroll wants to run the ball.
Right.
And he had Marshawn Lynch. He did all that. I'm like, bro, like they can't mix philosophy. They can't say, Chip can't go up to Pete and be like, yeah, we're going to run the ball like a motherfucker. We definitely going to do that. Right. But we don't need just one dude to do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can have multiple guys. And what kills me when they say that is like, yeah, he wants to run the ball. So that means, like, they be like, Ashton Genty is the only guy in this class that can improve the running game. That's it.
It's crazy.
He's the only running back. Like, it makes no sense. And like you said, it gets contradictory because when they start saying stuff like that, they all of a sudden they want to rattle off names. It's like, oh, but this guy's good, but this guy's good, but this guy's good. Yeah, they are. It's not bad to say, what if we took one of these guys in the second round and you signed Mostert as well to let him get some carries? He's actually to me, Mostert is a better option than whatever we had last year in the room already.
Absolutely, 100%. Oh, there's no question. Mostert, he is an every down back if he can stay healthy.
He don't need the health is the only thing. The health and the age, right? The health and the age. But he's already better than Madison. He's better than Zamir White. He's better than Dylan Lowry. Correct. It might hurt you, but he's better than that Amir Abdullah too.
Yeah, and Sincere McCormick. He's
better than all the running backs we had. He's better than all the running backs we had last year. That's already a plus, right? Yep. If you were to tell me we drafted, and I keep saying it, Judkins or Henderson or my guy Caleb Johnson, they're already better than most of the running backs we had last year anyway. So now, right, we are sitting here with an already better running back room. Didn't need Ashton Jeanty to do that.
Right. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, man.
No, serious. What's going on? Wait, what?
Don't worry, we don't have too much time.
You busted here like you wanted me to do something.
Baby, run down, getting it in over there.
Yeah, man, but busting here like she wanted me to do something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
They just came in here looking at me. But man, salute everybody in the chat, man. I just hope that we can we can do something as far as the receiver thing, because now I look at that too. I know running back can be fixed. We can get that.
I'm not worried about the running back situation.
Not worried about that.
I'm
worried about receiver.
Me too. That's why I did the show tonight on the receivers, because it's a very large folk. I could see us getting 2 wide receivers as opposed to 2 running backs. Now with the running back room, because our running back room is stronger than our wide receiver room right now.
It is. I'm just like, bro, like you look at the roster, and I showed it yesterday on my show. Like after Jacoby and Trey Tucker, it's like
it's a wrap.
We like Ramel Keaton, but we don't know what that is. Like we don't know what it is. No, I mean, if we even be honest, we don't even know what Trey Tucker is. We have no idea.
To be honest, it ain't looking good. Let's keep it a bean. He's not turning out to be some great slot kid. He's not no Brandon Cooks, or you know what I'm saying? Like he's nowhere close. So
now it's looking bad. Now after that, we talking after Trey and after Jacoby, bro. It's talking like Alex Bachman, Ramel Keaton and all. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like we can't think about it. You take that receiving core, or what our offense is right now. Just take what your offense is right now. Just slot in Ashton Jeanty. By week 7, week 8,
right?
Teams is gonna say, "Well, there's 8 in the box, and now we're gonna put our best cover dude on 89, and we'll see what Jacoby will get us here and there, and then we're gonna squeeze you." By week 7, they're gonna do that. I guarantee it, bro, because we don't have no threat on the outside. There's no threats.
Right. So we haven't cut a lot of guys either. Like Tyreek McAllister, he's still on the team, right?
Tyreek McAllister's still there. And we saw him for 1 game before he got his block knocked off, and then after that, it was over.
Right. Yeah, it's strange. You know what though? I didn't see.
It looks bad. I just don't like it.
I didn't see Mr. Lobby on here.
He's there.
Oh, there he is. Yep, behind under Kuntz. Okay.
Yeah. Don't you worry, Turf. They ain't cut him just yet.
I'm just curious. I don't understand what they're doing with him. You know what I'm saying? Who's
special teams?
Who's Shedrick Jackson?
Thank you.
Auburn. Rookie.
Never seen him.
6'1", 200. Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
Never seen him. So it's like
Thomas Harper, safety.
That's a safety though.
Yeah, rookie.
See, we We're thin. We're thin. If any of you think we can go into the season with this receiving core, you're fooling yourself. We can't.
Nah, we cannot.
Again, Turf, look at that receiving core and tell me if you just slot Ashton Genty in there, how much better this offense is going to be.
Crazy lightweight, yeah.
It's not going to be much better, bro. They're going to do what they've been doing to us by week 7 to 9. They are all of a sudden squeezing, and now we're like, well, why can't we get nothing down the field? How can we get? Because the play action is not working no more. It's not fooling anybody, bro. Like, we're not doing anything like that. Now you got to rely on the quick game. You got to rely on
Jeff Foreman, bro.
Thank you.
Arkansas
You getting the ball out your hands. And now, like, if that doesn't work, bro, we're gonna get squeezed. It's just that's what's gonna happen. Unless we have the Eagles' offensive line or Detroit's offensive line. That's the only way we're truly controlling the game and clock with the run game, bro. We don't have that offensive line. So I'm just confused. I'm confused on how we're going to be doing these things.
I see 3 wide receivers that should be cut immediately, effectively.
Thank you.
Alex Bachman, Jeff Foreman, and Shedrick Jackson. I don't understand why they're around.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, we can't go into the season.
Got 6 more outside of that. We still got Christian Wilkerson, who I agree with. He's still
there?
Yes, he's still on this roster, bro.
You know me, man. You know me, bro. That man is almost 30. He's almost 30. and it's not saying that like that's bad to be almost 30, but it's like, dog. Like, it's like, dog, how much? We're not getting no production. That's like practice squad career at that point. Like, that's where we're at.
And you know, we got this Kyle Phillips. That's Chip Kelly's guy.
See, most of these guys are wishing prayers.
Right. Tyreek took a big hit and never came back.
Block knocked off one game.
Ramel Keaton. I don't know what happened to Ramel Keaton. I honestly just don't know.
He had the one nice little preseason game, but once he got receivers got hurt. Once he got in there regular season, he ain't make no impact.
No impact. And they seemed like they lost confidence in him. Like he probably didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of when they just won't let you in the game.
Trey and Jacoby are the only guys, right? That you're like, they got some talent. I think Trey will do better with Geno. So I think that'll work. Right. I think Trey will do better. But then it's like, outside of that, again, what are we doing, bro? Like, if Trey doesn't develop to the point where he can get open consistently on the outside, right? And he can get open consistently. We know Jacoby will do his thing. Brock will do his thing. But if Trey don't pan out, we're screwed. We're screwed.
So we lost Harrison Bryant. Where did he go?
Oh, who the fuck he signed with? He signed with somebody. I forgot who he signed with. But
we got 2 other tight ends.
Ian Thomas
and Ian Thomas. I
like Shorter. I actually like Shorter, to be honest. Big dude, big frame. But I don't know, bro. Like, there's some guys in the draft we can do, right? We can grab. 6, no. At 6, I like Ted. I do like Ted at 6.
Yeah.
But it does seem like a little rich, a little. But I don't know.
Shout out to Jeff Powell. Jeff Foreman played college ball with Money Chuck. Where's Money Chuck at tonight, bro? I was dying for Money Chuck to show up tonight, man. Y'all have no idea, man.
Make sure y'all pull up, man. Shameless plug. I'm gonna have a live tomorrow, man. We're gonna be talking linebackers, man. Maybe Money Chuck pulls up then, man.
Absolutely.
Maybe he pulls
absolutely.
Up then. All I know is, for everybody that was there yesterday, my subscriber count did not dwindle. So,
right, exactly.
What you want? That shit didn't subtract.
Right. Uh-oh.
Man, what up, Chris?
Member in the building. TRS is in the building.
Now, I know you heard me in the chat earlier, man, the group chat earlier. As soon as you can sit home for more than 5 minutes, Turf, we are doing a TRS.
Absolutely. 100%.
But I know you got to do your thing. You know, you doing your thing with baby girl, of course. I know how it go. So, whenever you got a weekend free,
we got one more
everybody
week.
Know, man, we doing that TRS stuff. It's happening.
We got one more week, bro, and it's over. Speaking
hey, there you go. Y'all know what it is, man. And if y'all don't know, it's me, Turf, Chris, Leo. We adding Severe on that money.
Exactly. It's gonna be.
I got to pull up. Y'all got to pull up.
Yeah, that show is gonna be crazy. That show is gonna be
Might have to get the whole mock draft in. What we gonna do? We gonna have to talk everything, bro. We gonna talk everything.
It's gonna be a hell of a show. Definitely gonna be a hell of a show. What was I saying?
Space Beast. He said too rich for the fancy curtains.
Space Beast in the building. Shout out to Space Beast.
Y'all gonna know that Rundown been getting his YouTube bread and been saving right when when the background and everything right. Right now,
Yes,
we're
sir.
still saving. We're still saving, but we getting there.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, we getting there, man. But just want to, real quick, just want to show love, man. Make sure everybody taps in with
Yes, sir.
Ultimate Raider Fan 32, man.
Appreciate
I'm gonna go ahead.
you.
I gotta handle my daddy duties real quick. You already know
Yeah.
what time it is.
No,
But I just
absolutely.
want to pop in, have a quick conversation with you, man. I don't even care about putting this on my channel, bro.
Yes, sir. I know. Hey, and I appreciate it, bro. So, shout out to Rundown, baby Rundown and family. Appreciate
Of course,
you
man.
coming through.
Always,
And,
bro. Always. And then we're gonna do the turf and rundown thing probably either later on this week or whenever you got time. Because
Correct.
we gotta talk some more stuff.
Absolutely. We're gonna get it
All
back.
right, big dog.
Get it back.
Hey, y'all be easy, turf fam. See you.
Peace. There we go. Rundown in the building, ladies and gentlemen. As always, coming through, showing love, talking that talk. I mean, I loved everything he had to say. Really, really did. It all fit as far as my thought process and a lot of things. A few things, we agree to disagree on, right? You're not going to agree with everything on that someone agrees or believes. But this was excellent show. Had some of the old timers come through, man. I really appreciate y'all for coming through and blessing the channel and catching up with your boy Turf. As you know, this Thursday I will be traveling, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to do Dead in the Water, and if we do, it will be late, right? So it'll definitely be probably a 10 o'clock show in terms of Central Standard Time on Thursday, if I can get that cracking. I'll be back at the house Saturday. Might possibly get a show in on Saturday, man, and or Sunday. Got to see what the guys are getting into. Since I'll be around normally, I'm not around at that time. But next week, following week, I got one more time to be out. And then, man, it's turf every weekend off season, 100%. Can't wait. Space Beast, turf. You going to Green Bay? Absolutely. Only reason I won't is because, you know what I'm saying? We hit those national championships with Minnesota come next week, and hey, it's anything's possible. My Gopher girlies is getting it in right now. They got a mock draft this weekend. I mean, a mock draft. They got a mock meet this weekend, right? They do mock stuff in gymnastics too. So, they got that mock meet this weekend and getting themselves prepared for regionals, which should be amazing out in Salt Lake City. So, yeah. With that, I'm done, guys. You guys know all the other spots to hit us up. Like I said, TRS, we definitely getting that back popping. Rundown schedule, PTS, right? Severe, Cheeto. Yeah, I can't wait for Cheeto Linus in our show, man. That's going to be a good one, man. That's going to be a good one. Space Beast, you the man, Turf. I appreciate that, man. If you're gonna be okay, if we take King Tet, or trade down, I'm good with King Tet. I'm all the way good with Mr. T-Mac. I'll be more than happy. Again, I hope history repeats itself and strikes us one more time with another all-time Hall of Famer and your boy Tim Brown, which was the last time we drafted a wide receiver at number 6. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm expecting that to be a very strong possibility, and I will be more than happy. I'm sure Gino will be happy, and Kobe Myers is going to be happy because now that pressure's off of him. So we'll see. We'll have to see how that goes. But I would be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. Hey, it looks like Death Power will be in Green Bay day 1 and 2 as well. So, hey, I'm going to try to catch up with all of y'all. Any and everybody that's at the draft. I'm praying I can make it right as long as the schedule permits it. Don't know where I might be. But yeah, we will see. But yeah, this was a fun show. And again, I always keep extending. Not even trying. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be done 50 minutes ago, but that's what happens when your nephew comes through, man, wants to bless your channel and talk that talk. So, yeah. With that being said, though, until the next time, man, Turf is out. Peace.
Let's go, baby. We all the way on the fourth row, baby. Yeah. You look good in that silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.